It's time for another doubles battle team, and today we're going to be featuring Iron Hands, although this is a bit different from your usual Iron Hands. This doesn't have Fake Out, it doesn't have Volt Switch, it doesn't have Wild Charge. Instead, it has Earthquake, Detect, and also Belly Drum. Of course, in order to get the Belly Drum off, we need to make sure that we can have Iron Hands move first on the following turns. So in order to do that, we have two users for Trick Room. We have the standard Cresselia, but we also have, very interestingly enough, a Carbink. But not only does Carbink serve to use Trick Room, it's very much a utility Pokemon. Misty Terrain is there mainly to not have Iron Hands go to sleep in case they have something like a Spore, because of course Misty Terrain does prevent any statuses from being inflicted. It also has Smackdown, which means if we have, for example, a Landorus, then Carbink can use Smackdown to knock it down onto the floor, meaning they can now be hit by Earthquake from Iron Hands. Otherwise, in the back, we have a standard Kingambit to make use of a possible Trick Room, or just Torkoal being very slow under the Trick Room could also make some good usage out of that. So, let's see if we can catch off anybody with our surprise Iron Hand set, shall we? Alright, a battle against somebody whose name I cannot read, and speaking of, we do have a Landorus out in front, as well as some other interesting Pokemon. Some fast options with the Regieleki, Rillaboom with maybe Grassy Glide. There's also a Sneasler, Fluttermane, and also a Heatran. So I'm honestly seeing, aside from the Rillaboom maybe setting up with the Grassy Terrain, that might be a bit of an issue, but otherwise, Iron Hands could go very nicely here. Earthquakes into everything, including Landorus in case you knock it down with Carbink, so maybe we bring Carbink as well. Maybe a Torkoal to make use of the Trick Room, and maybe even the Sun, as well as a Cresselia, just to make sure that we really get down that Trick Room. Alright, let's see. They decide to lead with Regieleki and what is that? Sneasler. This is... ooh, a potential for Fake Out from that Sneasler. But thankfully we have Covert Cloak, so we can still get that off. I do wonder, are they scared about my Fake Out from Iron Hands? Of course, we're gonna Belly Drum anyway though, just in case. But we should be pretty good here. Regieleki doesn't have anything too dangerous unless he decides to go Terra Ice maybe and then Ice Blast us, but I doubt that'll happen. I'd probably use Electro Web, Dire Claw maybe from that Sneasler. So let's go for Trick Room here. We don't have to worry about if they use Fake Out onto the Carbink because we have Covert Cloak. Oh, but that is an issue though. Volt Switch as well, switches Regieleki out. Ooh, a lot of damage as well. On the plus side, at least we do get this Trick Room off though. In theory, what we could have done is we could have gone Terra Ghost on the Iron Hands. In fact, we probably should have. Guarantee the Belly Drum, because then what comes in next? Rillaboom. Rillaboom could also have Fake Out, honestly. And that is a flinch on Iron Hands, and Trick Room goes off now. At least we do heal a bit with that Grassy Terrain, but here's what we'll do. We will Belly Drum again to try and get it off, because yeah, we could have gone Terra Ghost, but it's fine. In fact, I think I might go Terra Ghost right now, even. Or let's not, let's just try it out. And let's Misty Terrain. Get rid of the Grassy Terrain, which means that Earthquake will no longer be reduced damage. We can no longer be... we can't be affected by stuff like Poison Claw or stuff like that. Or Dire Claw, rather. But let's see what this Rillaboom does. Fake Out again, really? Alright, Misty Terrain now means that we can't be put to sleep at least if he uses Dire Claw. Yep. Fine, now they can't fake us out, so... surely now we get Belly Drum off. And let's see, we can switch out into... let's bring out our Torkoal. We have Trick Room, we may as well go for this. Imagine he's going to double into one of us, maybe. Or maybe he's going to try and go for a KO onto the Carbink. Now imagine if I did go Terra Ghost on turn 1. Yep, he's withdrawing. Is this going to be into another Fake Out user? The Pokemon fan. Heatran. Ooh, I have Earth Power, I mean. I have Earthquake still. But he could try and pull a little switcheroo and go for bring in Heatran. Sets up Grassy Terrain, sets up sets him up for another Fake Out. He might go Terra here though, so maybe I should have to go for a Drain Punch. Drain Punch plus Earth Power. This Terra Flying, that's dangerous. Let's try it out. Oh no, he's gonna withdraw, okay. Withdrawing into what's his name? Oh no, Regieleki. Interesting. This might have Sash, because otherwise... oh, he's protecting. I'm okay with this, but he's definitely trying to stall out the turns of Trick Room then. So Earth Power does get a 1-hit KO. He's going to get a free switch back in. So this is going to be a Fake Out reset. But little does he know, I have a Terra. Terra Ghost. He's not going to expect that. So I've got like one turn, essentially, to try and get this as a surprise. It's Sneasler that comes back out. This is the last turn, yes? This is the last turn, yes. We have to go Terra Ghost because I think he's going to use something dangerous here. I could Earthquake as well. Earthquake and bring Cresselia in. Cresselia has Levitate. We don't get affected by it. We can reset Trick Room. Fake Out doesn't really matter anymore. Yeah. Does he go Terra Flying on his Heatran though? That is the question. I did make this a little bit more difficult by delaying this Terra. I'm not showing it off yet, but he got greedy and didn't use it now. And I get a double super effective Earthquake. Ooh. Okay, no, he is going to Terra. I wouldn't be surprised if this is flying. If it is flying though, I can go for Ice Beams. It's fire. Earth Power is still super effective. Oh, not Earth Power, Earthquake. And if he's not going to switch out, Fake Out. Oh! We saved it for now. We saved our Terra Ghost for now. Earthquake doesn't affect our Cresselia because of Levitate. And I imagine Sash on Weavile, but otherwise, no Sash, double KO on the Heatran and the Weavile. You know what? No. Me delaying my Terra Ghost was all part of the plan. It was so that I could get the surprise move. Lure him into a false sense of security. If he knew that I was Terra Ghost here, he wouldn't have gotten greedy there and try to fake out my Iron Hands. Alright, this is Rillaboom. This is grassy terrain, which means that, I mean, Earthquake is reduced damage, but that's fine. It's only a single Pokemon. We can now go for some Drain Punches. He has Fake Out, he has Grassy Glide, Woodhammer as well. But I mean, I can just use Icy Beam here. Oh, Icy Beam. Ice Beam. If he KOs, I can bring in Torkoal. We have Flamethrower. We have a lot of ways to get rid of this. I assume it has Assault Vest, so Ice Beam probably won't get a KO. If Woodhammer does finish off... Okay, yeah. What the crit absolutely finishes off. Let's see how much damage this Ice Beam does to it. But, I mean, we can bring in Torkoal. We have Flamethrower. We should be okay. Ice Beam does... not bad damage. We'll use Flamethrower because we guarantee don't miss. And then just another Ice Beam. Unless he gets like another crazy Woodhammer crit. And it's onto Cresselia as well, so... that's a lot of damage, all things considered, but... Ice Beam honestly might get a KO from all that recoil damage. Yep, it does. And that is the power of the Iron Hands. Yes, it got faked out. He faked me out once on turn 1. He faked me out twice on turn 2. But he was not fake me out 3 times. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. A fooler is never fooled thrice in a row. I don't know the full saying. And that also puts us up to Master Ball tier. What a timely way to do it as well, right before the end of the season. Alright, the first battle up in Master Ball tier. Ooh, a very interesting team against Momiji. With a male Indeedee, as well as Armarouge, Gardevoir, Meowscarada, Hisuian Goodra, and Milotic. What is stopping me from going Iron Hands here, right? I just have to make sure I probably... Ooh, Terra Ghost is dangerous though. A lot of Psychic types is dangerous. I could maybe bring in my own Torkoal. Try and go for a Sun shenanigans here maybe. In fact, let's do that. Let's go Torkoal Lilligant. In the back we'll have Gambit. Here's the thing though, we don't have actually any electric type moves, so that Milotic could be quite a wall for us, especially if it gets off that that Flame Orb burn. Marvel Scale defense boost. They decide to lead out with, what is that? Armarouge Meowscarada. I mean, Meowscarada can have Flower Trick, Trick Room, I suppose. It does also have U-Turn. It has... Oh, U-Turn into Lilligant could be dangerous. But I mean, we should move first, right? We have the sun up, so Chlorophyll. So you know what? Let's go Earth Power the Armarouge. And let's close combat. Let's just go double attack into them. He's probably expecting me to do some shenanigans. Yep, he's expecting me to do some Eruption shenanigans. Follow me, or after you, Eruption shenanigans. But little does he know. This is probably Sash. If it's not, it's probably Choice Band, in which case it goes down. And Torkoal probably also gets a KO now onto the Armarouge. Earth Power goes into it, and let's see. Choice Specs as well, notably. Choice Specs takes it out. What a brilliant turn. He was probably expecting me to go after you plus Eruption, right? But you fool, I know of White God Armarouge. That was the thing I used a bit in Season 1. Next up is the Indeedee, as well as Gardevoir? Yeah, Gardevoir. So here comes the Psychic Surge. Now, Indeedee male being offensive, we have to be careful now. We also have our defenses lowered a bit. Ooh, Tracing Drought. I'm worried about what this Gardevoir can do, so I will Earth Power the Indeedee and Sleep Powder the Gardevoir. We go first again, Chlorophyll. We're in the sun. Oh, I forgot how annoying the sleep can be with Lilligant in the sun. Psychic, I'm okay. This probably gets a KO, right? Or, well, it takes us down to Sash, but that's fine. We had a -1 from close combat. Obviously, Indeedee male being a lot more physically or damage oriented, not physically. Earth Power, this doesn't get a KO, I think, but we can Sleep Powder that on the following turn. And we can go for another Earth Power onto the Gardevoir. He has yet to show a Terra, so unless this is like a Grass Terra or a Flying Terra on Gardevoir, Indeedee should fall asleep and we should do some decent damage onto Gardevoir. Oh! Indeedee dodges the Sleep Powder, but he isn't gonna go for the KO. Instead switches target. I mean, we still have our Indeedee then. Oh, we still have our Lilligant. The power does not get a KO, and that is not gonna be a 2-hit KO. There is a concern of Gardevoir waking up now, actually. So that is kind of scary. We'll Earth Power the Indeedee, because I think that is in KO range, and then Sleep Powder as well, in case... or to make sure it can't get a follow-up KO. There we go. Indeedee falls asleep. Now all we have to do is make sure that Gardevoir doesn't wake up, doesn't use Dazzling Gleam, and doesn't get a double KO. Alright, perfect. Stays asleep. Oh wait, no, never mind. It's Gardevoir that is waking up. Oh, there's Dazzling Gleam. Oh! Okay, Torkoal at least stays alive, right? It is a fire type, so it does resist. That means we can get a KO onto the Indeedee, and the Gardevoir shouldn't be able to take us out, right? Yeah, we'll be okay. I'll send Kingambit because I don't think... yeah, we're Steel, we're Dark. It can't use Psychic on us. It can't use... well, Dazzling Gleam will not be very effective. We'll be okay. I do wonder what that Meowscarada was going to do on turn 1, though. I would imagine it was U-turn, maybe. Maybe it was going to go U-turn, bring in Indeedee. Indeedee sets up the Psychic Terrain so you can have expanding forces on the following turn. Torkoal goes down, but that's fine because Kingambit on the other side has Iron Head, which is super effective and takes out the Gardevoir. The team isn't all... well, I say the team isn't all about gimmicks, but I suppose Lilligant Torkoal is a very tried and true combination after all. A battle against MA. Ooh, you know what? This is what I love about getting into Master Rank finally, and not being that high up in the ladder. You know, we're in the 15,000 range, where now we're seeing teams that people are just having fun with. It's not the meta of people trying to climb up to Master Ball ASAP, so they use, you know, the standards, like the Landorus and whatnot. And it's not high rank where you have to use Landorus and whatnot to be able to even have a chance. Instead, we get stuff like Clefable, as well as Chestnut. And a random rogue Pelipper. But there is... oh, there's Screens Clefable. That is going to be kind of dangerous to break through. But you know what can break through screens? Having +6 attacks. So, let's go with our Iron Hands again. And Cresselia in the first, in case they try and taunt us, in which case Mental Herb. Or Carbink, in case they fake out. I think I'll bring Carbink. That also gives us Smackdown for Pelipper. Oh, that's probably a special attacking Pelipper, right? Setting up the rain to Hurricane. That's dangerous for us, maybe. We'll have Kingambit and Cresselia in the back, though. The Chestnut and Grimmsnarl is the lead. Chestnut, I don't know what it's going to do. Grimmsnarl is likely a screen setter, right? So, when in doubt, we'll just Belly Drum for now. And we have Sturdy on Carbink, so we should be okay with it, right? So, let's set up a Trick Room. Terror right away. Ooh, on Chestnut maybe for damage? Or is he... I don't have any threat here, right? So this is definitely for damage. Terra Steel. A Drain Punch plus Earthquake. Could be a lot of value here, but why Terra Steel? We have Covert Cloak. This is not gonna affect us. My brother! We're doing the same thing! I do wonder though. Citrus Berry? Citrus Berry. I do wonder though. Does he have is his? No. We outspeed him. Oh, we will outspeed him under Trick Room. He just moved before me with his Belly Drum, so ho. I wonder, do I make a ridiculous read here? An absolutely absurd read of him switching Chestnut out into Pelipper, and I smack down that. I would have to Terra Grosser because Earthquake would obviously hurt me. Or I could just Drain Punch that slot. But you know what? I see a possibility of double KO. I'm gonna do it. The question is, Carbink. If we were at full health, I could have maybe stayed in for Sturdy. You know what? I'll switch in because at least I have Ice Beam if it is the Pelipper that comes in. Farbrink goes out, Cresselia comes in. He's either going to protect or switch out, I think. Withdrawing Grimmsnarl. This is going to be Pelipper. Yeah, I would have... If it were me... Oh, it's Rillaboom. Okay, to lower the Earthquake damage. Maybe then I should have gone for a Drain Punch onto the Chestnut. But I mean, we have +6. Maybe we still get a KO? Spiky Shield. Okay, so he is protecting. Misty Terrain. No, Misty Terrain... Oh, Misty Terrain would have been perfect here, actually. Because then he doesn't have the Earthquake reduction. But I have an idea. If this doesn't KO... Yeah. He thinks he can fake out my Iron Hands. But... Ho 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 ho. Terra Ghost, Drain Punch, Chestnut, get rid of that. And we can Ice Beam the Rillaboom. I cannot wait for this. His answer to the Earthquake was the Grass Terrain, so Mist Terrain, yeah, obviously doesn't matter, but I think this is going to be great for us. Either way, he would have been the switch in because my only other option was Drain Punch, Chestnut. Yep, Rillaboom Fake Out. Doesn't affect Iron Hands, which means we move first, we Drain Punch, and we get a KO on Chestnut. Oh, Terra Ghost. With how that is 2 fake outs we dodged, by the way. Covert Cloak negated the fake out, and then that. But coming back to what I was saying, my only other option was to Drain Punch that, for which he was Spiky Shielded anyway. So Ice Beam probably doesn't get a KO on Rillaboom. That's very much a Assault Fist with how little that did. So Grimmsnarl comes back in, maybe. Yep. So he does have Fake Out again, but I imagine he might try and go for a screen, maybe? I can Drain Punch Rillaboom. I'll bring back in... Yeah, let's bring in King Gambit. Or he just cancels the battle. We'll never know what that that 4th Pokemon is, but... Yeah. If his entire gimmick was having the Chestnut with Belly Drum and it fails after a couple of turns, I think... It's understandable. I would also give up. If he somehow KO'd my Iron Hand, I don't know how I would have won that. And that is it for today's video with this this big boy Iron Hands. Considering how well this team did, I'm definitely going to be uploading some more videos using this team. So if you do want to see some more videos featuring this Iron Hands who looks like a floating air balloon the way he's hovering over like that, then always be sure to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye.